Today, Precarious plays
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
It looks like one item may be interesting. On this guy right here. Don't know if I have a lion heart. So I'm gonna try and steal the lion heart.
It just stuns me, the idea of Mont Blanc just flying over and basically just tickling him until he drops the sword and then bringing it back. Like, I can't imagine.
No, I mean, you got it. That's
what happens.
Yeah, that's canon.
That's what the little pom-pom on top of his head is for. It's just a tickler. He just tickles at people.
Well, the thing is that I think the first game that introduced like a steal command to me in a really prominent, in a way that was like worked into the foundation of the game, right?
Yeah.
Like this is a character game-defining feature. It's the protagonist of Final Fantasy IX. He is a thief, and one of his core abilities is theft. And you know, he jumps across the field because it's a we line up on one side, you line up on the other style, old school JRPG.
Yeah.
And then he does like he does like a whoo. It's sort of like a gut shot type animation, right? Or like a swipe.
Yeah.
And then either it works or it doesn't, and he hops back across the field. Ta-da!
And then
stealing in Final Fantasy. It's just that easy.
Does he get something? Like, does he get something reliable?
It depends on.
Choose what you steal.
Well, the thing is that because the main character is a thief, it's actually really comprehensive and hard to answer that. Because you have so many modifiers, right? Like there's like Mug, which is walk up to him and grab the sword. You have Mug, which appends a small amount of damage to the effect.
Yeah.
Right? Then there's also, I think it's something like, hold on, excuse me. Sorry, the tent flap wasn't all the way down, and that kind of thing is incredibly distracting for me. So, something like Master Thief or like Rare Hunter or some name, right, that suggests a certain level of like discretion. That makes it, I think, more likely that you'll steal the rare item that they, or the item that they have in their quote unquote rare slot, right? Because that's how it worked. Is enemies would have like a common item and they would have like a rare item.
In the last episode, you were talking about how there's an entire system of things in this game that you have not interacted with.
Right.
Is that... how do I put this? How fun is it discovering new levels to old games?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. That's
like for you personally, it's like a big deal.
Yeah, like okay, here's a perfect example that is shockingly related to what's going on right now.
Yeah.
In a way. I love Disgaea as a series.
Yeah.
In particular, I love Disgaea, Hour of Darkness on the PS2. I have played it for at least 1,000 hours.
Yes. It's pretty amazing.
I would say that I did not engage with the game properly as the designers intended. Until I replayed it almost a decade after. No, over a decade after I completed it to some extent. Like the story, right?
Right.
Until I
hit the credits.
Right.
Like,
I mean, it's the kind of game that you beat multiple times. So it's arguable, like, how much even saying that is, like, how much is that worth even? Like, getting to the credits?
yeah.
Ooh, strike back. Haha. Block and counterattack. Or swing. I hope that doesn't count as a blade head. Okay, no, because I didn't initiate it. Okay.
The reason I'm asking is because I've been playing with some thoughts in my brain. There's this idea that I keep coming across in various different places that people do things for basically 3 reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to put words to those reasons, 3 that I have been finding are, what is it? It's autonomy, mastery, and purpose. And those ideas are applied in a lot of areas outside of this, like usually like management stuff or, you know, ways of thinking and philosophy and stuff like that. Stuff outside of this realm of beautiful entertainment. And everything that I like gets back to video games eventually. So I'm wondering what is more motivating for you of the 3. Because sometimes I think it's mastery for you. But then sometimes I think it's autonomy. Right? So if you have an example of mastery is what we just talked about. Getting to do things like well for the sake of doing them well.
Well, hold on. Let me back up because I let the conversation get away from me while I was trying to plan on the best move there, because I completely forgot that the Viera I have with me does not actually have corner. She does not have any assassination skills, which was a small miscalculation on my part. So I think I'm making pretty good time. Like on this map overall, I would say.
Yeah.
Especially since this guy... I'm gonna check the turn order and see... Okay, so I am going to try to take this guy down next. The thing that I missed the first time through Disgaea as a child, and Disgaea 2 for that matter, is I didn't really appreciate the item world very much. Now that I've played it again, I realize that that's kind of the game. Like, the item world is fun. It's really good. It hurts my heart to see online people talking about, like, basically the cheapest ways to circumvent the item world.
When it's like your favorite part now.
Yeah, because it's outstanding. It is, how to describe the item world. It's a series of, well, actually, you know, I don't frown upon it too much because of the exact thing that I'm about to say. Item world, it's a series of puzzles. Really interesting puzzles and tactical scenarios that are as complicated or as simple as you want them to be for the most part, you know? Mm-hmm. There is an astounding... There are astounding methods of getting around problems in the item world, is what I should say.
Yeah.
Independent of your level. There are status ailments, right? Like one of the characters that I came to appreciate playing Disgaea D2, which is, it was made much, much, much later after several other numbered entries, right? But Disgaea 2 is a direct sequel narratively to Disgaea Hour of Darkness. It focuses again on Laharl and Etna and Flan.
Yeah.
From the original game.
Yeah.
I came to really rely on a character class that I probably would have ignored as a child in Disgaea Hour of Darkness. And it was... is the class name Witch Doctor or Shaman? I think it was
I think
Shaman.
it's Shaman.
And it's this funny little lady that wears like a skull of some sort, I think, on her head. And the way she works is she just takes entire scenarios apart with status ailments, right?
Huh.
And up to a certain point, they can allow you to overcome problems completely independent of the level of the characters involved, you know? I mean, just stuff like whenever I played Disgaea Hour of Darkness again, like in my 20s, I was embarrassed how practical and useful, I think it's like, I can't remember if it's the Thief or the Geomancer who has it. I think it may have been a Thief ability, but you can drop a turret, and it suddenly turns into like a little tower shooting game for the duration of this ability. And you can just pew 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 anything in your way for just a little while, you know?
Can I tell you a secret?
What's your secret?
I thought you were gonna say drop a turd.
Drop a turd. You can just drop a turd. No.
Disgaea is a weird game.
That
man.
wasn't until Absence of Justice, and it was the Fecal Mancer that could drop a
I can't
turd.
tell if you're lying.
I'm trying to think if there's any scatological humor in Disgaea.
It's pretty out there.
I'll think about it.